Welcome back to Factorio Industrial Revolution, just after the rocket launch. This time I am recording the voiceover later and I've sped up the video because probably the things I will do are a bit more boring. I'm just increasing the output of the factory. At these moments I am repairing the research that I stopped before the rocket launch, and I insert some of the space science into the yellow science belt and order some more for when I later get some more rocket science. Also I check whether all the sciences are actually arriving. It seems like purple science is a bit low. And also there's a lack of copper, so I try to find out how to produce copper and what is the most efficient way to produce copper. Also there are some coal miners that were not really turned on. I see that the pollution still goes over the eastern border. And then I try to research whether smelting copper and or smelting copper ore and making copper ingots from that molten copper is actually something good to do. Then I need some of these ingot foundries and other foundries, which are weirdly enough very special items. Also, because the pollution is still going outside, I want to create more of these pollution cleaning machines, which should be at the chunk borders, which I'm currently estimating. Then I connect it up with this charcoal. Then I prepare some belts and I determine that the length of the big power pole is exactly one chunk, so I can just copy it and it all stays at the chunk borders. So on every border of the chunk, one of these air pollution cleaners is installed. Also, of course, it would be nice to have more charcoal there or to use up more wood, so I will install a few more of these charcoal kilns to burn the wood and create more charcoal. And when I'm using these burner inserters, I can also get rid of some wood again, because sometimes the forestries stop when there's not enough space on the belt because there's too much wood. Also I add more forestries so that less pollution is coming through down below. I'm adding more pollution cleaning machines to the north and trying to install the belts correctly. obviously I need to add roboport support for that area so that these things are placed automatically. And I see that the roboports are exactly 2 chunks wide, or the area that they support is 2 chunks wide. So every second power pole can have a roboport. I'm looking at the green border to see whether there's any wood filled up. Then I'm adding better belts to the wood so that it can go away quicker. And to remove the wood from the chests, I just add it back onto some belts to the charcoal kilns. But the old wood still has priority over the wood from the chest. I see that there is a lack of copper ore because most of the miners are out. At the moment there's still enough at the crushers, but that might not be forever. Still trying to figure out what a relation copper ore has to molten copper and molten copper to copper ingots. Not really sure whether that is actually more efficient, because in these arc furnaces you can't use productivity, which I later find out. Now I'm bringing over these copper minerals a bit quicker. And I want to smelt them down in the south. Trying to figure out how to do it with arc furnaces. Then I need these ingot foundries. And I'm trying to figure out whether I actually need copper gears and copper plates. So for now I'll just use the normal ingot foundry. These ingot foundries seem to work very fast, so I need to transport a lot of ingots away. So for now I will store them in a chest. And I will try to connect them with the normal output of the previous smelteries. Which will be a bit of spaghetti, but I already had a lot of spaghetti in my factory anyway. I guess later in this playthrough I will try to smelt most of the copper outside the factory and bring it in by train. But right now there's a lack of copper in some places. So I really want to bring it in now. Especially for those ingredients to other places, like low density structures which need copper foil. And then I see that there's also an extra smeltery for copper which uses the lower tier productivity modules and just normal furnaces. And the output is quite low. So I add a few more better productivity modules. Then I have to craft more, and I will uncraft the old ones and craft more speed modules. Maybe later I should uncraft the copper machines to get copper scrap. So the episode ends now. See you on the next one.